This is our DV96 range within one of our domestic units within our range. This is a sort of mid-size unit serving around a 3 to a small 5-bed property, obviously depending on the size of the property and the quantity of wet rooms and things like that. As you can see, a cross-section of the area there is obviously just for illustration purposes, but internal to the unit you have a heat recovery core, a range of filters. In this particular unit and this range of within our range, this has what we believe a triple filter system. So most manufacturers only provide 2 filters, which to be honest only protect the internal workings of the unit, which is this G4 filter here. But it's something we believe in and we provide as a standard within this range is this white block here, which is an F7 filter, which is a pollen filter. So obviously if you're in quite a rural area or suffering from asthma, hay fever, those sorts of allergens, and that will filter out those very fine particles in there, so obviously protecting the indoor air quality as well. Internal to the unit, it also has what we call summer bypass. So in the summertime when you don't necessarily want heat recovery, the damp will simply open and shut off the supply around the heat exchanger, so you're just getting fresh filtered air into the property. Also in the heat recovery has a range of efficiencies. This can be sort of in excess of 80%, so as you can imagine that will considerably contribute to the heating requirements of the build as well. In conjunction with the unit as well, obviously you would need a controller. So this is our particular controller suitable for this range. This then has 8-speed settings, time clock facility, temperature sensors so you can set or trigger when that bypass opens. It can also then set various times in the day when you want the unit to come on at a certain speed. So if you want it in the morning between sort of 7 and 9 and you want it running at a higher rate, that can all be done through that particular controller there as well. Okay, so in conjunction with the MVR unit itself, obviously something very imperative is the ducting system. We provide, or we like to sort of specify as a norm what we call a radial design system. That is a little bit different to what is historically traditional to the marketplace, which is what they call a branch system. So most manufacturers, most suppliers provide a central duct coming off the unit with elbows and T-pieces and joiners running through the building, which is fine. It's rated the building regulations. With that system, that is putting an onus on the contractor then for a correct installation with sealing, sort of taping and things like that to make sure that the installation is correct. Also then you can get some noise transfer because it is one duct circuit, so the living room is on the same duct circuit as the bedroom, so you can get some noise transfer. So as I say, what we like to provide as a norm is what we call a radial system. With the radial system, you come off the unit with your central ducts into 2 manifolds, a supply and an extract manifold, which are also acoustically lined, so that takes away all that noise baffle, and then from those manifolds then you run individually out to each individual room, so each room is then ventilated individually, so as I say, you can't get that noise or that acoustic transfer with that. The ducting is also then supplied on a coil. It's flexible but very durable and very rigid, so that then takes away any onus from the contractor. They simply measure the duct run out, run it through the joist space, and then clip it and join it as needed. So that it eliminates or negates the need for any ducting, any tape, any mastic or any joiners. So a much better installation.